Curse man, bake me a cake as fast as you. Hey!
What's up?
It's time for another movie review
From the Asylum.
right
Here.
at. We're gonna do the whole episode one word at a time, back and forth.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh. We are gonna review a film that I love.
You love it.
I love it. It is such a B trash classic. This movie's great. And it is infamous for having one of the longest
And coolest.
titles in cinema history. That's right, we are talking Ray Dennis Steckler's Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. That's the flippin' title!
How awesome is that?
I will repeat. The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. From the year...
1964
Wow, so this dates way back.
to 1964.
Travel back with me, kiddies, to...
1964.
for a little piece of cinema called Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Zombies. This is made by Ray Dennis Steckler, starring Ray Dennis Steckler. Oops, I'm sorry, Cash Flag, his actor persona. Come on, you're not really kidding anybody. Just because you're wearing a hooded sweatshirt doesn't mean we don't recognize you, Ray Dennis Steckler, as Cash Flag. Cash Flag, he's the rebel, he's the juvenile delinquent, you know, and he's going out with the pretty girl who shouldn't be hanging out with the juvenile delinquent, and his friend with crazy, messed up, wild hair that sticks up about this high who doesn't speak English very well, and you know he was getting his lines fed to him phonetically because he couldn't speak a word of English otherwise. And they decide, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be rebels. We're gonna, tear crap up. Let's go to the carnival. So they go to the carnival and they ride the rides and they do all this like great stock footage of carnivals because they gotta make it last for a feature length. And then they decide, hey, let's go get our fortune told by this woman with like a piece of Play-Doh for a wart on her face, and they go and Cash Flag gets hypnotized and is like, you are my slave, blah blah blah, and whatever. And then he starts having like some flashbacks, and then he ends up starts killing people. But it's kind of a Wolfman transformation when he goes from like, hey, I'm Cash Flag, I'm a juvenile delinquent, to I'm Cash Flag, crazed serial killer under a hypnotic trance of some gypsy lady. Because, you know why? You know how? Hood's up. Once the hoodie goes up, look out, stand back, he's gonna strangle you. He's gonna strangle you. He doesn't ever use a weapon. Just strangle you. I'm gonna strangle you. Get you go-go dancing freaks. But there's more to it than that. This whole plot, this whole evil plan, whatever that plan is, we really don't know. But it's done by the gypsy woman, Madame Estella, with the Play-Doh warts. And he's got this like henchman with a Nerf face who does her evil deeds by taking people that she hypnotizes and capturing them and pouring acid on their face and keeping them in this room we never see, but they're there. And then when all crap breaks loose and and all these people with acid faces finally get free and we finally get to the mixed up zombies, we get a treat of 1 minute of these acid-faced zombies strangling go-go dancers. And that's how zombies in 1964 killed people, was just strangle them. We're gonna strangle you. We're not gonna eat your flesh. We're gonna stab you with knives. Strangle time. So God forbid there was any one-armed zombies in this movie. They would be effed. This movie also stars Ray Dennis Steckler's long life love, Carolyn Brandt, who major cult star actress who only ended up in Ray Dennis Steckler movies, pretty much. So, and then they got married, and then they got divorced, and then he lived in Vegas and stuff. So, yes. So if you've never checked this out, you need to check it out. It is by far his Citizen Kane. This is Ray Dennis Steckler's best film, his most famous film. Even though I really enjoy some of his other stuff like Rat Finka Boo Boo, which was his attempt to do a 60s Batman kind of thing with these two superheroes that dressed up in ski masks. Really, they were just ski masks. Who we kidding? Then you've got like the Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher. It's like 60 minutes of just, well, first of all, there's no actual audio in this movie. It's all voiceovers and music cues and stuff. Another good one you need to check out. Also on the Meaty Blasters label is his movie Blood Shack. Check that one out. That one is awfully awesome. Really awfully awesome. It's flawsome. That's a new word I just created for Blood Shack.
Good word.
That's the thing with Incredibly Strange Creatures. It is his most polished looking film because it actually, the cinematographer on this, right? Director of photography, was Laszlo Kovacs, who's actually a big name in the world of cameramen. So, you know, go to IMDb and check out that name, and you'll be like, what? This guy worked on a Ray Dennis. What? Yeah, believe it or not. But you know, you compare. You know, even though it still looks pretty crappy, compare it to like some of his other films where it really looks like somebody's old 8mm home movies with no tripod. Then you'll appreciate the cinematic brilliance of Incredibly Strange Creatures. So, big Ray Dennis Steckler fan. That is me. I love his films. As a matter of fact, I took a trip to Vegas recently in hopes to meet Ray Dennis Steckler because he's lived in Vegas for the past couple decades, I believe, and he's owned a video store out there. I'm like, how cool is that? And so I wanted to go and check out his video store. So I get to Vegas, start doing my research, start Googling stuff, figured out where his video store is, and then amongst my surprise, Ray Dennis Steckler died in 2009. So not only was I sad because Ray Dennis Steckler died, but like I'm in Vegas with an agenda and a plan, and it's gone now. So I was really bummed out about that. Never got to meet Ray Dennis Steckler. That's another one off the bucket list of people who I would like to meet. And it's gone. And it felt like I was almost there, but 2 years too late, 3 years too late. 2 years. What year is this? Depends on when this episode airs. It was either 2 years too late or 3 years too late. Or 4. Whatever. It was too late. Poor guy was gone. The thing that makes me the most mad is this year's Academy Awards that I watched, and they do that moment where they show, like, remember those who've passed this past year. Ray Dennis Steckler wasn't on there. No, I had to find this out by Googling it, trying to find his video store.
After you went.
After I've already gone to Vegas.
Back here where you could have looked it up before you went. And saved the trip to Vegas.
Son of a... If you like B-movie cheese, check it out. Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed-Up Zombies. Released by my heroes, Media Blasters, under their Guilty Pleasures label. And what even makes this one even more sweet is that it was part of a short-lived series that they were doing on the Guilty Pleasures label, where Joe Bob Briggs does his own commentary track, which I actually enjoyed a billion times better than the director's commentary track that is also on here. So it's got 2 commentary tracks, one of them by the great Joe Bob Briggs, the other one by Ray Dennis Steckler himself. There's also interviews on here with Ray. There's also interviews on here with his muse, Carolyn Brandt. So, Jason, what'd you think of Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies?
I love go-go dancers.
He does.
So that was the main thing that drew me to it, and it was awesome.
So that sums up this episode.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Reviews from the Asylum. Yeah, thanks for watching. And until next time, you got an outro for this one at all? Anything?
I was thought about go dancing out.
Let's do that.
Just watch the shaky.
Just go.
So,
Go-go. Is that how you go-go dance? You gotta do a kick. That's the highest I can kick. Didn't even get
we're
the
dancing
frame.
it.
Go-go now.
See you later.